Grab it. Even all the coffee places are still closed. Where are we going? What's going on is we're going to try to record a lot of stuff today. We're going to Phoenix, then you're not going to Fort Lauderdale, right? No. So I'm going to Phoenix. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll try to record from meetings to whatever we can. If we can't get into the meetings, that would be cool. If not, then we'll just stop at that point. So I'm just going to get a coffee. That's going to be the person behind the camera for at least a couple of days. Right, trying to capture as much as we can.
Yep.
All the meetings.
Yep.
So it's gonna be fun. That's why we're here. Chicago.
Oh, I'm from Rockford.
Really? Oh wow, I was just there over the weekend.
Oh really?
Yeah, do you know Oh yeah. How long you lived there?
I grew up there. I've been in Arizona for almost 16 years.
Oh wow.
So, but Rockford my whole life. Grew up from, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you know the Japanese garden there on Creek Road?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We just found out, like we were driving from Madison to Chicago through Rockford, and then somebody told us.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
It was amazing.
Yeah. Yep. I miss the season sometimes, but then when I think of snow, oh, they go.
Really? Yeah. I don't blame
If
you.
I want to see snow, I go to Preston.
Yeah. Is there snow there?
Oh yeah, they get snow.
Really?
So does Flagstaff.
Yeah. When we looked up the weather here, it says 101. I'm like, what? I don't even know how it feels. 101. I don't even, like, how is it? What is it?
It's a dry heat.
Yeah. I'll have a lot to say about this.
Yeah.
The amount of times we hear people say, the last comment, right, about the distributors and that we're in a very interesting position.
Yes.
Yeah. I want to say I've heard that so many times before, right? What do you think? So I have about 90 distributors on my platform right now. You can submit orders to all of them. So we're not tied to one specific or the other one. We have, with some distributors, we have better relationship than others. So for example, with some distributors, we can submit the payments. So it's not that they're billing you guys at the end of the month. It's when the order is submitted, we send them the money and it just will charge a credit card. And so we have multiple ways of doing it. Yeah.
82% of all visitors to a dental website will be female. And it'll be mom.
Yeah.
She's looking for herself, she's looking for her husband, she's looking for her kids, her mother, her aunt, her sister. And one of the most important things for mom is trust. Mm-hmm. And the best way to build trust, she won't read all 188 reviews, she'll read about 10 of them.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, as long as they're there.
But you know, some of the things the patients say on those reviews are so blatantly over the top that you couldn't say that yourself. I mean, go read ours. I mean, you know, it'll say, I used to be terrified of going to the dentist, and now my whole life has changed because of seeing Dr. Nielsen. Yeah. You know, you can't say that yourself. Yeah. You know, first of all, most doctors are not, you know, that self-promotional. But even if they were, it would fall on deaf ears. Mm-hmm. But if the patient says it, it's a whole different.
So you do have morning huddle?
Every morning.
Every morning. How long does it take?
It's a 5 to 7 minute meeting.
Okay.
5 to 7.
What do you guys usually cover?
Before I tell you that, let me tell you that if some crazy rule happened, this is crazy, and some rule came down that says you cannot have a morning huddle in your dental practice anymore, that's crazy, but let's say that happened. Right. I would sell my practice. I feel that strongly about it, because you either huddle and you plan for your day, or you muddle through it. And most practices muddle through it. I wrote an article for Dental Economics titled Huddle or Muddle, and I've learned that it's the most reprinted article ever published in Dental Economics.
We should reprint it too.
So it's called Huddle or Muddle.
Yeah.
And I really believe you huddle. So what we do is we start with our hygiene schedule, and each hygienist very briefly goes through each patient. We identify who needs x-rays, we identify pending treatment, we identify anything unusual with each patient. It takes, for each hygienist, less than a minute to go through their schedule. So we go through all three. Then we do the same thing with the doctor's schedule. That takes us to about 4 minutes. Then we talk about, we identify a morning and an afternoon emergency slot. So we identify that ahead of time. And let's say Paul's looking at 10 o'clock in the morning and 3 in the afternoon. Then if we happen to get an emergency and we come back in and write in on the schedule, the whole team knows that we've already planned for that. And so no one's upset about it. We've already planned for it. The other thing we do is, because our doctor's time is very precious, in Arizona, hygienists get anesthetized. So we'll identify where Paul needs help. And on any given day, our hygienist might be giving about half of the shots, which helps us because then the doctor can be in another room and everything flows very smoothly. And our hygienists give painless injections. So literally, you would look forward to getting a shot because you don't feel it. So, and then we finish with a quote of the day, some positive thought about the day. And one more thing, the final thing we do, this is really important. We look at the schedule, and it's up on the screen. You saw the 6 days plasma. And we ask ourselves, we ask the team this question: whose life are we going to change today?
Gary nailed it. I'm so pumped that we're friends. I'm so happy he gave a big hug. Did we record at least the hug?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. That's good. I wouldn't be so bummed about the sound. So we lost the sound for a little bit. It's okay. It's just the first of many meetings. I got really good goosebumps when Gary said he might be in London. I was like, fuck. If we meet up there, that would be great. So he also said he's going to give us some love on Instagram, which is also cool. He's got a little bit of followers, like 5,000, So I'm excited. Overall, it's just good, like good stuff, good sharing. Yeah, we didn't catch everything, but it's okay. It's life. As long as we like building that relationship. So that's going to be amazing. But Gary touched on a lot of good stuff, a lot of important things. And we were debating about our trip next week to go to the clinics and visit all of our customers. And is it a good idea or is it a bad idea?
So I'm super excited. We're in Prescott, Arizona. We're going to be meeting with my friend Mark, so I hope we catch it at least for a little bit. This has been an awesome day, a lot of travel, a lot of heart, right, Liz?
Yes.
This is awesome stuff. And so I'm just excited to sit down and grab a dinner with my really good friend Mark. It's going to be awesome. And then tomorrow's a new day, meetings, and then a big podcast tomorrow. So thanks for watching.
Good to see you, man.
So awesome to see you.
Come here. Come over here.
This is
I
awesome.
haven't even sat down yet.
It's 8 o'clock in Chicago. Minsk team is up. Fun night last night. As soon as I get up, putting out fires. So this is crazy, right? When you like, in Chicago, it's 8 o'clock. Here it's 6 o'clock. You have people in Chicago calling you like, yo, like, what up? And you're like, hey.
This is up so badly. So we're in Prescott, Arizona. Last night was amazing. I told Liz that these people here, they're crazy. Like, in a good way. I love them. I even said the toast that I love them. And so it's a lot of fun. Just a lot of conversations and talking and things like that. So it's good to catch up with Mark, his team, and Leslie, his wife. And then went to the hotel. They were told us it's a haunted hotel. I was like, I brushed my teeth, went to bed, and like turned off the light. And I'm looking, the door has this little freaking thing, right? Like little light that comes in. And I'm looking, and it's like widens and opens and widens. And I'm like, really? Like, really? And then at some point, like, it got covered that you can't even see anything. I'm like, holy shit, this place is haunted, you know, like, and then so funny, I fell asleep without even thinking about it, because, like, I was debating to leave the lights on so that, you know, like, this haunted things are not going to come in. So, yeah, I got up, and then a lot of fire right away, like, as soon as I grabbed the phone, just putting out fires from the morning. And so that's the time zone thing. We have this distributor in New York who was already calling me saying, like, I'm a lazy ass and I'm still sleeping, you know, like, yeah. So we're going to have a workout meeting with Mark and Leslie. So that's going to be fun. A CrossFit. So we're going to get some workout done. And then a whole morning is planned with Mark and his team just to sit down and get things done and get the ball rolling. Then we have a podcast in the afternoon back in Phoenix. Then a couple meetings, and then flying back to Fort Lauderdale, Liz to Chicago. So it's going to be an awesome day. I'm really, really excited, guys. So we'll try to catch as much as we can. Try not to mess up the audio and video and all that stuff. So pumped, super pumped. I'm a little terrified how my lazy ass is going to move today. So let's check. Let's see. Yeah, our guys are not here. It's brutal. Literally, these guys from Life and Dentistry, they asked me, like, to say hi to you.
Yeah.
And because we talk, like, remember that video that I sent when I was in Kentucky? It was a short video with just the two guys.
Yeah.
I sent it to them, and I mean, we sent it to you, and I'm like, even during the podcast that I did with them, they keep saying, like, Mark, Justin Moody, Gary Takacs, and Alan Mead, like, just like these four guys, they're like, they put us in such a right spot and this and this. And then we recorded this thing, and then they're like, you know, you're going to see Mark. I'm like, yes. They're like, can you please say hi to Mark from us? You know, there's.
We'll do one more. We'll do.
Oh yeah, yeah. So welcome to Mark Costa's Empire building. Let's check it out.
So this is where all my podcasting gets done right here.
Wow.
Very simple.
Yeah.
So when I walk in here, they'll have they put my schedule right here, and it usually has podcast, coaching call, vendor call. So they'll have a list, and then they put the file of, of the client.
Yeah.
Or I did Chris Fox yesterday. This was my interview notes. His intro, so I know how to introduce him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it goes down.
Wow.
It all happens right here. If I do it live, podcast interviews, it's usually from the couch right here, because this particular room, I selected it because it has the best acoustics. Because it's got a carpet and then another carpet on top of it, and it has furniture in it that absorbs sound. So the acoustics in this room is really excellent.
Yeah, yeah. This is awesome.
If we try to do it in our conference room,
Forget about it.
The sound just bounces off.
Yeah.
It sounds really calming.
Wow.
That's it. Not much to it. Very simple. Very, very simple.
Wow, this is so cool. Do you mind if I put it on my Instagram?
No, yeah.
Yep.
TLC.
What's up?
Inventory control thing too, dude. That's a really big value, especially for multiple practices. You know my vision, right? I want to be able to sit there with my dashboard. I can see all of the production, all of the schedules, and all of the inventory for all of the practices without leaving my laptop. I don't have to travel. I don't have to get on the phone. I don't have to get
you'll have
texts
3 big
every
screens
night.
for all of that.
Yeah. Like kind of thinking out loud, like, oh, we're a little bit over here, we're there.
Yeah.
So they can see how I'm analyzing each practice.
Yeah.
But that would be part of my morning analysis.
Oh yeah.
Would that be sweet?
That'd be sick.
'Cause
That'd be sick.
then people can get an idea of like what a CEO does. Like, how do you manage 10 practices?
Yeah, and what
That
if
could be
you build
part
the
of that.
systems that you can manage 55 practices without having a 250 team in the headquarters?
Yeah.
Right, that's another one, right? Like a lot of DSOs, a lot of groups will have huge headquarters. But can it be systemized with software and technology that you don't need to have that many
And the
people?
proper training, right? So
Yeah.
you don't have to have a call center. You could outsource stuff affordably.
This is actually the favorite part. All this dinners and all that stuff is great, but I love visiting offices. So I'm so happy that Mark allowed us to use and go and see the offices today. So this is going to be exciting. Let's go. Practice?
I practice here a day. And
A month?
A day and a half a week.
A week?
And then a half a day at the other practice.
So
2
Dr.
days, 2
Costas
days
is still practicing dentist.
Oh yeah, 2 days.
A week.
Yeah.
And so you're saying like you don't have time, and that's not the thing that you want to cut out of your schedule.
Yeah, I mean, I still enjoy practicing dentistry. It's the thing that's gonna have to go next, though.
Really?
Unfortunately, yeah. Because I mean,
But you're gonna miss it so much.
I'm gonna miss it. But
Maybe
when I'm doing it, it's almost like meditation for me because I don't have to think a lot. So I'm actually doing the physical, active dentistry, not the treatment planning, not conversing with the patients when I'm actually in it. The prop is in the mouth and I'm doing it. It's like meditation because I don't have to think. I'm thinking about that thing right there.
Yeah, nothing
and
else.
Nothing else.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like when I'm surfing. Nothing
Yeah.
else is happening except for me on the board.
Surfing. Did you catch
Yeah.
that? Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, this is it. I wanted to show you this. This particular practice is how we're doing all of our practices now. If you look around, there's no set cabinets and no sinks in the rooms. So I can make the rooms 2 feet shorter, and I save about $30,000 per room in cabinetry. So when the typical operatory costs between $60,000 and $85,000.
Yeah, you can do it for 15.
I do it for 12,
Yeah.
including the chair.
It's and the chair. Where do you get the chair?
I get these from Dance Row.
Okay.
It's a small manufacturer out of California. They make everything here in the United States. And this chair cost me $5,000.
Oh way. With including all of.
Everything. And the comparable unit would cost
Yeah.
So no cabinets anywhere in any of the rooms. Everything comes in on carts, and then we have that little thing. For,
And this is IKEA.
no, this is actually a dental cart. I spent a little bit of money on the dental carts. This costs $460 or something like that. Dentalcarts.com. But yeah, that's Walmart. You know.
Yeah.
So that's how we roll. And
I like it.
I don't think anybody could walk into one of these operatories and say this is cheap. Like the patients come in here and they go, this
They
is
don't
beautiful.
know. They don't
You don't
know.
know the difference. This works great, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
And if for the money you save, you can give iPad to each one of them.
I know.
With Netflix and headphones. Christmas party. For real. We got way too many people to invite to the Christmas party. Everybody's coming though. So far we managed to get Gary Takacs in our party, Mark Costas and his team. Let's see if we can convince Howard Farran to be in our party. Shit. Imagine how much booze we need to have. Oh my goodness. This is gonna be awesome. So far so good though, right?
Yeah. Awesome. How you feel now?
Good. Yeah, it's been a crazy day. I mean, you know, like we've been putting out fires between meeting offices, meeting clients, and training clients. The training did not go as I wish I would wanted it to go.
Yeah.
I think we weren't really prepared. But I think we can turn it around and just make sure that they're happy at the end. But it's a big client. We need to make sure that we service them. and then talk. But it's nice to have that conversation. Again, we just got to figure out where we at, right? Like how we, it's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully we're in the right place. Hey, what's up, Ryan?
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good, yourself. We're recording, so just let me know if we need to stop.
I didn't have my hair done, but now I'll be on my
Now you know.
I'll also put away anything that shouldn't be on video.
Oh, it's okay.
Hey,
How are you? So good to meet you in person. How are you? This is awesome. This is Liz. She's part of my team.
love your device, a Rode.
Yeah. We're always, this is our vlog, so we're always doing this stuff.
Is that right?
Yep.
Right on. Well, let's rock and roll.
Insta friends, I'm here today with the legend, Howard Farran. How did we end up here?
I'm only a legend in my own mind. No one else's. Thanks so much. You came to Phoenix and you stopped by the house. We're gonna do a podcast. You saw my other buddy, Mark Costas up in Prescott.
Yep.
We've had him on the show. You saw Gary Takacs with the
Yep.
Thriving Dentist. I think I've been on his show 4 times.
Wow.
I still haven't got him to come to my house to get on my show.
Not yet.
So
Gary,
you're
I know
coming
you're
to my
watching.
house. You come to my house and you're doing a podcast. I was on your show 4 times. But I'm really excited to talk to you today about ZenSupplies.
This is gonna be awesome.
All right.
Let's start.
Canadian.
Yep. Yeah.
I still want to. I mean, once you're a dentist or an artist or
Yeah.
a mechanic or make wooden bowls,
Yeah.
you never want to get rid of your trade, your craft.
How much time do you spend on Dental Town?
You know, here's the secret. So my first assistant's still there, 30 years.
Really?
My programmer that programmed Dental Town, he's still there in 1998. My first president of the company, Lori Zalski, in 1998, she's still there. So when you have people that have been there forever, you don't have to do anything. It's when you have staff turnover, like when does a dental office have to get a hygiene consulting program come in? Because their hygienist that was there 9 years quit because you pissed her off or whatever the shit. Now you got some young hygienists in there, the whole department falls to shit. So now you start to bring in the consultants, and the trick is that you have enough people that have been there 10 to 30 years that for the other layer of employees that might turn every 5 to 7 years, they can be training those. So what I do is I prepare to manage from the grade, because the great companies, like when Ray Kroc dies, McDonald's didn't shut down. When Sam Walton died, Walmart didn't shut down. So I have been ready to die when I hired my first employee 30 years ago. My father always taught me, learn how to manage from the grave. Because if you can't delegate, there's going to be a day where you're going to have to delegate, because you're going to be in a grave. And when you lay down at night, you should pull out that blanket and say, okay, if this wasn't a blanket, but it was a casket, and they were closing this casket, and it was game over tomorrow, what's the first wheel that'd come off that business and crash that thing to the side of the road? And then you got to get up in the morning, and you got to fix that, and you got to have the Mack trucks in them, where you got to look at all your key employees and think, okay, if you were ran over by a Mack truck tomorrow, what would happen to today's dental town, ortho town, hygiene town? So you always build in. No one is indispensable, especially the CEO.
Yeah.
Because you are young and healthy and great, and you could get T-boned in the next intersection. Now, if you're single, then it don't matter. But if you got employees that have taken out 30-year loans for their house and their 5-year loans for their cars, or you got a spouse or babies or whatever, I call that the Mack truck syndrome. You got to manage as if you're going to be ran over by a Mack truck. So what you got to do is, whenever you're doing something, you always got to say to yourself, do I really need to be the one doing this? And if you don't need to be the one doing it, then you need to find someone. Then you could go on to working on your business.
Yes, exactly.
And that's the problem with dentists, is they spend 40 hours a week working in their business, and they're so exhausted, they never work on their business.
Yeah.
And the ones that are crushing it, they got a spouse that's working on their business, or they get an office manager
Who's crushing it? Yeah, they figure out. Yeah.
who's with you, that you're taking with you to all the courses, but she's still there in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. I mean, like Jan, she finishes all my sentences. If I'm doing a procedure, she's already standing there waiting for me to grab it. I mean, we've been playing the same piano for 30 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so you just got to control. You got to delegate, because when you die, you'll delegate 100%. So you're a control freak now because you think you'll live forever, but you'll die, and then you'll delegate 100%. So start delegating. Don't do anything that someone else could do, but stop your staff turnover. You know, find people.
Thank you guys so much. We're gonna catch the plane, Ryan. Yeah, great to meet you. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah.
And I sent you guys a bottle of water, just so you guys know.
Oh,
We'll release this in about a week, and I'll send you an email with all the links.
okay. Sounds good. Howard, final hug.
Nice meeting you. Thank you so much for coming over.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Yeah,
thank
it was
you.
great. Thank you.
And next time you tell Costas, tell him to come down and set up my operators.